Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're excited to be here to be reviewing the Sapira mattress, which is from Leesa. As you may know, Leesa is one of the more well-known online mattress companies due to the success of their flagship mattress, the Leesa. So this here, the Sapira, is their entree into the innerspring mattress world. So we're excited to show it to you. One of the first things we like to cover in our reviews is the comfort level, or just how much softness is there in the mattress. And in this case, we would say that this is a mattress that's a little bit firmer than their flagship Leesa product, which we characterized as a straight up medium. So what we would call this one is a medium firm, meaning just a little bit firmer than medium. So now let's dive into the details of what's actually in the Sapira mattress. And as you can see here, there are 5 layers in this mattress, and there's quite a bit going on in this mattress. And as we boil it down, we take the top layer, that's 1.5 inches of actually not latex, latex-like polyurethane foam. So this is a polyurethane foam. It's got about 3.75 pound density. It's got about a 23 ILD, which is fairly firm for a top layer. And we'll talk about how that affects your overall experience on the mattress and everything. But you can see here some latex-like properties in this foam, like the pin core holes on the top and the very quick responsiveness. It's got even some sort of like bounciness to it on the top here. And then below that you have viscoelastic memory foam here, 1.5 inches of that, which is a 9 ILD and a 4 pound density. So 9 ILD, that's a much softer foam here than this top layer. So as you can see here, I just kind of press in a little bit and it goes in, 1 inch or so. Here I press in that same little bit, it doesn't compress nearly as much. And then below that you have sort of 2 little kind of transition-y layers. They're really just kind of bookending the pocket coils. It's a 2 pound polyurethane foam with a 35 ILD, and it's 1 inch here and 1 inch here. And then in between that you have basically 6-inch pocketed coil innerspring unit. And you might, if you're a really astute observer, you might be thinking that these pocketed coils seem awfully small for there to only be 1,000 coils, which is the total number of coils in this mattress. But the reality is that there are 2 rows of these little small coils which are more numerous and also a little bit stronger, and that's designed to give the mattress a strong edge. And then the coils inside, which comprise the majority of the mattress's surface, are a little bit bigger in diameter. And of course, pocketed coils, move independently of one another, so we'll be able to see the motion isolation properties later in this video. So that's basically the interior construction of the mattress. And then all of that is wrapped in a really nice cover. It's got real silky smoothness to it, a little bit of stretch as well. It's also quite sturdy. We really tugged at this thing and pulled on it, and it's just very well built cover. But we also just like the feel of it. It's got a real nice feel to it. It just feels good both to touch as well as to kind of snuggle into. So a nice cover. And that, in a nutshell, is the construction of the Sapira mattress. So now we're going to get into the 2 things that everybody must get from their mattress, which are back support and pressure relief. Just to start out, I'm going to get down here on my back, because that's actually the position that I predominantly sleep in. And for context, I'm about 6 feet tall, not quite 200 pounds. And what I can show you here is that in this position on the Sapira mattress, my back is very well supported. My spine is properly aligned. I can reach into this lumbar area. It's a very tight fit. I can feel that my lumbar is being supported. My hips are sinking just enough, just barely enough into the mattress that curve in the lower part of my spine is able to live in that proper neutral position. So overall, I think this is a great match for someone like me in this back position. I actually think that this mattress would be a good match for just about most back sleepers. The only possible group that I might worry about is people who are substantially lighter and or curvier than me.
on their back, I might worry that you're not going to be able to get quite enough conformance to those curves, particularly if you're lighter, in order to like keep that spine in that neutral position. But if I switch over to my stomach, I want to show you, this is the position where you most need to worry about sinking too far into the mattress in your hips, because that's what can cause that overarching of the back. And here again, the mattress is really doing a great job of preventing that. I would say as a result, this is a mattress that would be a great match for just about any stomach sleeper of any weight, including, by the way, heavier stomach sleepers, which is those are a group of people who really have to be careful about mattresses, particularly mattresses that they buy online. So in this case, I think this is a mattress that could handle someone who is in that maybe even 250 to 300 pound weight range and sleeps on their stomach without there being too much sinking in that hip area. So great match for stomach sleepers, and enough pressure relief on the top that you're gonna feel good as a stomach sleeper as well. Turning to my side, overall I feel like this is an okay fit for me, but what I do worry about is that my shoulders just can't quite get into the mattress enough. And as a result, the top of my spine is kind of pointed up in this position. And so if that's true for me as a 200-pound side sleeper, I worry that someone lighter than me and or curvier than me is almost certain to have an issue with not getting into the mattress enough. Or I shouldn't say almost certain, but just could have that issue. And so what you want is to make sure your spine is in kind of a horizontal position when you're on your side. And in order for that to happen, your shoulders have to get into the mattress. And we talked about how the top layer of foam is a bit on the firmer side, which is great in some of these other positions, but for the side position, it does sort of prevent you from really getting down into the mattress in your pointy parts. So side sleepers of my size or lighter, who are or curvier than me, I think that could be an issue from a back support standpoint. But turning to pressure relief, which is another thing that you really focus on when you're on your side, because that's the area or the position when your body's weight is distributed over this relatively small surface area. I actually am remarkably impressed that in spite of the fact that my shoulders kind of aren't getting into the mattress the way I might want, I'm not feeling any pressure points. So I really do think that these top 3 inches of materials are providing excellent pressure relief, which gives me confidence that really side sleepers who, let's say, are not lighter than me and or curvier than me would be fine. Even if, for example, you're a much heavier side sleeper than me. I think in that case, you should be able to get down in the mattress and you wouldn't be likely to have pressure points in that situation. So overall, I think from a pressure relief standpoint, you're not likely to hit a lot of issues on this mattress in spite of it being a medium firm mattress. So that's sort of the overall picture on back support and pressure relief.
So now let's get into some of the preference-based characteristics of the mattress. And we're going to start with what we call responsiveness, which basically means to what extent does it have that slowly melting into the bed memory feel versus that quick responding bounce. And being that this is a mattress that has both coils as well as memory foam, it is a little bit of a hybrid here. But let's start by looking at sort of the top surface of the mattress, where we can just sort of put down a little bit of pressure here with our fingers, and this is a way we can test that. And I definitely would say that there's some bounciness here in this top surface. And that's of course related to that latex-like foam that we're really activating with this amount of pressure. If I were to press a little bit more, like if I were to actually take my whole fist, maybe quite a bit more, you can actually see that at that point I can activate the memory foam and you could see a little bit of that slow responsiveness. But truthfully, when you're on the mattress, you don't really feel it very much. It's not something, you're not getting that slowly melting into the bed kind of sensation in general on this mattress. And
we'll take this test to the next level with a 16-pound bowling ball, which we can just drop on the bed. And you can see this definitely bounces more than a lot of mattresses that would be that don't have coils, but not maybe as much as you might think for a mattress that has coils. And that's again because of that memory foam. That's where that memory foam is having some effect in terms of the shock absorption of that bowling ball. But certainly the coils and this springier foam on top are also giving the bowling ball a little bit more bounce. Now lastly, we're just going to jump down on the mattress. I'm going to put my full 200 pounds down. And of course there you can see there's a little bit of bounce. I mean, if this were an all foam mattress, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't have any bounce back when I plop down on it. Now that being said, if this were a connected coil mattress, I would have a lot more bounce than I had there. The pocketed coils don't generally bounce quite as much. So overall, where we would put this mattress is certainly over towards the faster response side of the spectrum. It's certainly not as fast as some inner spring mattresses, not as bouncy, but the overall experience here is less of that memory feel and more of that quick response bounce. So another preference-based characteristic is cushioning depth, because some people prefer to sleep more in their mattress and some people prefer to sleep more on their mattress. So we always look at this with this bowling ball just so you can kind of have a frame of reference to compare across mattresses that we've tested. But I also like to lie down on the mattress and show you just how my frame looks in terms of how far I sink in. Of course, you're going to have different experience based on your own weight and body shape and sleep position. But in general, what we can say is that this is definitely a mattress that has shallower than average cushioning depth. So meaning you're not going to get a whole lot of that feeling of being cradled or hugged by your mattress. But it's a great fit for people who really like that feeling of floating on top of your mattress. So while we're having some fun with this bowling ball, we're going to also just drop it on the bed and check out the motion isolation properties. So here we go. And as you can see, I can drop this bowling ball down next to my light sleeping partner over here, and this bowling pin barely moves at all. I can even take it to the next level and drop my whole 200 pounds down in a very inconsiderate way, and still the bowling pin really just barely moves at all. And so obviously what you can take away from this is that in terms of motion isolation or motion transfer, this mattress is excellent. Anytime we're talking about a mattress that has memory foam, we want to be sure to cover the ease of repositioning, because no one likes that feeling of being sort of stuck in a hole. And what we want to make clear here is that you're not going to have any of that type of issue on the Sapira mattress. This is a mattress that's very easy to reposition on. Another important consideration for some people is temperature or overheating, particularly when, again, the mattress does have some memory foam in it. And in this case, we wanted to point out a few things. The overall conclusion is that we don't generally think that temperature is likely to be an issue on this mattress. And the reason is because, number one, you're not getting a lot of conforming to your body on this mattress, in spite of it having memory foam and also having pocketed coils, which is another feature of a bed that generally lends itself to conforming. It's a very shallow cushioning mattress, and as a result of that, your body's surface area is going to be allowed to access the air and therefore dispel heat, which is the biggest factor a lot of times that leads to overheating. So that is number one. Number two is the fact that there are a few features of this mattress that lead to increased airflow. So the part of your body that is in contact with the mattress, there is going to be some pin core holes in that top layer, which will create a little bit of airflow. And then below the memory foam, there is a layer of pocketed coils, which will allow for a lot of airflow. So at least once the heat reaches past that memory foam, it has a chance to then escape the mattress through that layer of pocketed coils. And that layer of pocketed coils goes all the way to the edge of the mattress. There's no foam encasement that kind of traps the heat. So overall, when you factor in all those things,
we just don't think that temperature or overheating is likely to be an issue for you on this mattress, unless perhaps it's an issue for you on just about any mattress. Another important consideration for some people is the degree of natural materials in the mattress, or maybe just the lack of harmful chemicals. In the case of the Sapira mattress, this is not a mattress that contains any natural materials. However, if chemicals or maybe off-gassing are a concern for you, there's a couple things that we think you can take some reassurance from. The first thing is that this mattress is comprised of more than half coils, which don't off-gas at all and are basically just air, right? The second thing is that all the foams in the mattress are certified to the CertaPure standard, which is a standard that looks for the presence of harmful chemicals as well as off-gassing and certifies that they are below some minimally acceptable threshold. So those are two things that we think you can take some reassurance from if chemicals or off-gassing are a concern for you. Another important characteristic for some people is edge support. So we always make sure to look at this in our reviews. And as you can see here, as I sit on this edge, there's really not that much dip. And we talked about in the materials and construction how they have those two rows of thinner or sort of skinnier but also stronger coils that really solidify that edge. And it really does have a great effect. And it's just a different approach that in a way is a lot sturdier for the long haul than the traditional foam encasement approach that a lot of pocketed coil mattresses use. As you can see here, it has equally good supportiveness along that edge. I got my shoulder blade right on the edge the way I always do in these tests, and I'm completely stable. I could literally sleep like this if I wanted to. There's no sense of roll off. So edge support is definitely a very strong facet of this mattress. Another important consideration when you're buying a mattress online is return policy, because you're not going to be able to try the Sapira mattress before you buy it. So this is why Leesa offers a very generous return policy, like many online mattress companies. In this case, their policy is 100 nights, free returns, meaning you'll get a full refund if for whatever reason you decide this is not the right mattress for you. What they do that is above and beyond, especially some of their smaller competitors, is that they'll even come pick it up from you so that it's not on your shoulders to figure out how to donate it or get it somewhere that would qualify it for your refund. So we think that's something that you can take some confidence from in terms of giving this mattress a try. One consideration that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. And when we think about value, we think about what does it cost, what's in it, and how long do we think it's going to last. In terms of the cost, the Sapira mattress is currently $14.75 in a queen size. And that's before the GoodBed discount code would be applied, which in this case is a pretty significant impact on the overall cost of the mattress. And in terms of what you're getting for that, we talked about how the Sapira is an 11-inch total mattress with pocketed coils and some premium foams on top. We would say that overall there's about 3 inches of what we'd call premium comfort materials on top. And we talked about the densities of those. The top 1.5 inches of polyurethane foam is a 3.75 pound density, which for that type of foam is a really good quality material. And below that you have a 4-pound density memory foam, which again is good. Not the best, but definitely good in terms of memory foam. And then you have a little 1-inch layer of polyurethane foam in a 2-pound density, which again, for the purpose it's serving in the mattress, is a good quality foam. And below that you've got a very durable pocketed coil unit. And in fact, they've even gone to an extra length where they've added some edge support to the mattress through the use of specific edge coils, which again is a very, I think, durable way to handle the edge support feature. So when I look at this mattress in terms of how long I think it's going to last, the thing I can say is that I don't see any weak links here. That's just kind of how I look at a mattress. And so I don't, from that standpoint, I think the longevity prognosis for this mattress is very good. In terms of the overall value, then, I would say on the face of it, at a $14.75 price point, you'd look at an 11-inch pocketed coil mattress with this amount of premium comfort materials and say, it doesn't seem special, let's say, on the face of it. But when you consider the fact that they've been very transparent about what's in this mattress and that what's in this mattress is good, when I compare that to the types of things you're likely to find in a local store at that price point, I definitely think that this is a good value, because in those cases you're most likely not going to know the densities of those materials, and they may not be nearly as good as this. So I think they've built this in a compact and efficient way relative to some of those in-store options, and it's an overall package that's likely to hold up well over time. So in that sense, I do think that the value here is good. And of course, it also bears noting that with the GoodBed discount code, the value here would be even better. And so I also think that relative to its online peers, if you're looking for something that is innerspring and is going to have this durability profile, I do think that the value here is also good relative to its online peers. So just to summarize some of the things we've covered in this video, the Sapira mattress is a medium firm 11-inch mattress that features a combination of a bouncy latex-like polyurethane foam and memory foam on top of pocketed coils for support. We talked about how this mattress is a really good match for most stomach sleepers in our view, as well as many back sleepers, and interestingly and notably for heavier sleepers as well, which I think is particularly unique relative to many of its online peers. We talked about how if you are someone who is lighter than me and or curvier than me, particularly if you're a side sleeper, that you may find that your curvy parts don't quite sink in enough into the mattress to give you proper spinal alignment. And we also talked about how if you're someone who really likes that memory foam gently melting into the bed type of feel, you're not really going to get any of that on this mattress, nor are you going to get that feeling of being hugged or cradled by your mattress if that's something that you prefer. However, if you are looking for a mattress that has just a little firmer feel than medium, that has more of that feeling of floating on top of your mattress, a mattress that has excellent edge support, particularly relative to most of its mattress in a box peers, and also has excellent motion isolation, as well as, in our view, a very good longevity profile. And if all of the other criteria and considerations that we've described in this video feel like they're a good match for you, then we definitely think that the Sapira mattress is one that you should consider. So we hope you found this review helpful in determining whether the Sapira mattress from Leesa is the right mattress for you. However, if you're still not sure, we'd recommend that you go to goodbed.com and take our mattress match quiz, which you can find right up in the header of any page of our website. This quiz will walk you through all of the same criteria and considerations that we covered in this video, and ultimately will show you mattresses both online as well as in your local stores that best match your personal needs and preferences. So we definitely think this is a very useful resource that you ought to take advantage of. And in fact, once you've taken the mattress match quiz, you can navigate to any product page on GoodBed's website, including for the Sapira mattress, and get your personal match score for that product. So that's it. We thank you for watching, and we hope you sleep well.